So I'm Nicola O'Hare, I'm head teacher of Sarratt Primary School.
My name is Mo Serby, I'm the assistant head at Sarratt Primary School. So for the last 7 years we've been working really closely with Electric Umbrella and it's been amazing.
Seeing the difference in our adults, our children, how they interact with the world around them, their knowledge, the empathy that they have, that's really been such a wonderful thing to see over the 7 years.
They have taught us so much and we've made friends. We've made connections with people that would never have happened had we not had Electric Umbrella in school. But it's also the way that it's affected our school ethos. It helped us understand the importance of equity, diversity and inclusion. And that's just made us make great strides in trying to make sure that's at the forefront of everything that we do. The start of the day is really important. I'm very aware that not all of the children will have had a good start to the day because we all start differently. So I think it's really important that we start with a smile and we start with a greeting and a how are you, to welcome people in. And that goes to the parents as well, always saying good morning to the parents with a smile. The smile goes a long way and it's something we actually talk about a lot. And that comes from our learning from Electric Umbrella, their song Just Try Smiling. That it's such a simple thing. So whenever we talk to the children about what can we do to make people feel included, what can we do to make people feel they are part of something, we always start with a smile. I think that's a huge impact that that simple song has had on me and on what we do.
Some lovely stories that stick out. I think one of them was speaking to a parent whose child had been in one of the classes that had worked a lot with Electric Umbrella, and the parent owned his own company and he had apprenticeships within the company. So he had adults with learning disabilities who were on apprenticeships, and he came home and he was like to his son, I just don't know really what to do. And his son turned to him and said, don't worry Dad, we've had Electric Umbrella, I've got this. And he said to him, you know, it's just about smiling and just introduce yourself and make the first step. And I think that's what's been wonderful. It's seeing our children take leadership within the community and within their own families of being more inclusive.
It really feels like a community. What you see is parents come together, teachers, children, for something bigger than just themselves. And so it forms this wonderful community around education, but also much more about raising our children and just that wonderful coming together in bigger causes.
Every child matters, every child has a place, every child has their strengths, every child has their talent, and we want to really make sure that they are included in everything that we do and they get a chance to be their best selves.
I think the best place you see inclusion through school is the interactions between the adults and the children, the children and the children, the adults and the adults. You know, here we are non-hierarchical. So actually everybody within school knows everybody. Everybody's welcome wherever you want to go in school. We don't have certain sections that are teachers, children, support staff. We are all one place.
Everyone, I want the children to understand that our society is made up of different people and that we are all different. There is no such thing as normal, and therefore we need to open our eyes and see and accept.
The most important thing that we're doing is we're educating the future leaders of the world, the future people in positions of power. If this is part of their education, that broad education, making them into a good person with the skills to interact and to take lead in the future society, that is going to influence the communities around them. But we're already seeing the children doing that now.
I've been involved with Electric Umbrella since reception and I'm now in Year 6. I think the world needs to know that you should accept everyone and nobody should be excluded and everyone should be included.
Being able, through the work that we did on the Convention, they're taking lead with educational professionals. So our children are actually talking to professionals within education about the beauty of being in an inclusive school.
We have two very different children, very different children, and Sarratt School caters to both of their needs beautifully. It's a brilliant school.
I just think it's about understanding we are different and the differences bring us closer together.
Before I met Electric Umbrella, if there was someone, say in a wheelchair, I wouldn't go near them because, you know, I didn't want to interrupt something or if they were struggling with something. But now with Electric Umbrella, that I've met them, Maybe I could go up to them and say, hello, what's your name? Hi, my name's Jemima. Hello, how are you? And instead of just running away, I can actually talk to them.
Yeah, even especially with learning disability people, I feel like a kind of magnet to just go and talk to them.
Electric umbrellas sort of teach us that everyone can do the same things, just it might need to be in a different way.
And again, I think that's Electric Umbrella's message of like, well, let's take some time. What works for you? How do you play a guitar if you can't play a guitar? Well, there's other ways we can do it. So again, we bring that to everybody. What is it that you need to do your learning? And that again is that learning from Electric Umbrella.
Things that work for, let's say for example, a child with ADHD. They need short, snappy, small inputs, or they can't be expected to sit for so long because they're going to get wriggly. But actually, it benefits that child to have very short bursts. But let's be honest, who else wants to sit in a chair for half an hour listening to teacher input? Nobody. So we do what is absolutely necessary for the few, but ultimately benefits all. And that to me it's good teaching. But actually, it's also inclusive teaching. Through being an inclusive school, you're part of something that is just so much richer.
And I think, again, Electric Umbrella shows us that everybody's on a journey and everybody's in different parts of that journey, but we're all moving forward. And as long as we're always moving forward on that journey and we're doing it together, then everyone's going to get there.
Electric Umbrella has taught us to include everyone and just be kind no matter what.
The Electric Umbrella experience overall has been remarkable. And our children, to begin with, unsure, anxious, they look to these models and these role models and they go, wow, it doesn't matter. I can be me and I can let my talent shine thanks to the Electric Umbrella members. So our children have grown immensely in their confidence, immensely in their self-value and their worth, because they see that everyone in society is valued. Everyone has a place. Everyone can offer something to the rest of us. Everyone can be an example and a role model that we can learn from.
What is made of stone? It's made of clay. And we do we shave it here to the remote of the day.